The past couple of months have been some of the worst in terms of the health of Rocket League, and people are pissed, so I'm making a different kind of video today and just going over every terrible decision Epic has made since buying Rocket League. Promising a new RLCS website and then just not doing it for some reason. At the start of an off-season stream in 2021, a Psyonix developer, Corey, mentioned that a new and better RLCS website was being worked on. It has been 3 years, Corey has left Psyonix, and we still don't have a new website. Removing trading. Last December, Epic removed trading from Rocket League, stating that they're making this change to align with Epic's overall approach to game cosmetics and item shop policies, where items aren't tradable, transferable, or sellable. In other words, I like money. And with a declining player base, alienating a part of your casual player base is a strange decision, to say the least. And I can think of so many more communities in Rocket League that could have been removed from the game before the trading community. All these guys wanted to do was trade their Hex for Heat. So yeah, rest in peace Rocket League Garage, you will go down in history. Neon Fields. What the actual fuck was this? But to be fair, they have now the most recent maps, so I'll take away a terrible decision for that. Lowering the age limit to 13 and making RLCS a cash cup. In the upcoming RLCS season, 13-year-olds will be eligible to participate, meaning we may get players performing in front of hundreds of thousands of people for millions of dollars before going home to watch Phineas and Ferb. Imagine being 13-year-olds signing a contract for a team and your first ever professional teammate to help you through this intense period of your life is Astral. Furthermore, the top 128 teams in EU and NA, the top 64 in SAM, OCE and MENA, and the top 32 in APAC and SSA will be getting cash prizes. Top 64 in OCE. And the reaction to this on Twitter was pretty funny, to be fair. At first people were pissed, but then Psyonix released prizing details and showed that you get $300 for finishing top 128, and suddenly everyone and their mum is just signing up for RLCS now. Personally, I think they're trying to revive the game a little bit with a younger generation before the first generation of people who played Rocket League will die, and whether this will work or not, I don't know, but it might not be the worst news for the overall health of the game. But morally, I do not agree with it, making it another terrible decision. Good, great, and amazing. There is no such thing as a bad thing when Epic owns your game. Everything is only measured in positive adjectives. Who were they trying to kid with this? Epic just sat there like in denial about their declining player base, or what is going on there? Hear me out, it weirdly feels like something that the North Korean government would do. Rocket racing. After Rocket League fans have been suggesting a racing game mode for years, you can imagine the hype when Rocket Racing was announced. People for years, like literally years, had imagined our own Mario Kart style game, putting the power-ups from Rumble into good use, finding cool shortcuts of cool aerial mechanics. Inspiration could have come from the workshop maps that people make, speed runs, and people even made their own Yoshi Island Steam workshop maps. But instead we got this.
It's just not enough turning right now.
And surprise, surprise, it turns out that Rocket Racing has fuck all to do with Rocket League. Firstly, having the audacity to tie this game to Rocket League because there's an Octane in it is outrageous. It's a Fortnite minigame with Fortnite physics and was a weak attempt at trying to get Rocket League and Fortnite players migrating across both games. And secondly, the game is just ass. I'm sorry, because I'm sure people worked very hard on it, but it is so ass. Maybe there's more to come from it as it's only early, but fuck me, this game is ass. Not adding snow maps at Christmas. I'm not gonna lie, Kino, I think there's bigger problems, but you know what, fuck it, terrible decision. Overall PR management. So you've just announced RLCS 2024, the community is very clearly outraged and hurt by this announcement. Lower prize pools, less land spots, less lands. Whether these are good or bad changes, I'm not gonna say because I can't be fucked. But less than 24 hours later, after a huge bombshell which has pissed almost everyone off, they're back to promoting bundles, and the reason for Epic doing this is I like money. Like, we're not expecting a big apology or anything, because that's just PR suicide. Like when Shane Dawson denied fucking his cat and now everyone thinks he fucked his cat more. But whoever runs this account just needs their PC taken away from them for a while or something. Just read the room. Changing the main menu. I love being put into rookie aerial training instead of free play after losing 5-0 to a Smurf. What was actually wrong with the old menu, by the way? They just made it slower and more annoying for no reason. Oh yeah, and Smurfs. Dropping casters. I will start this one off by actually backing up Epic Games here with the help from Lawler. Recently, Subi, Spaceman, Jewelby, Corelli, Turtle, and Achies were recently dropped from the roster before the next season of RLCS. This was probably because there was simply way too many casters and Epic were paying them $1 million a year as a collective in contracts alone. And some of these casters would cast like 1 or 2 games a day, and they were just being paid way too much compared to other esports. Lawler even said that the casters were expecting this, so Epic, they had a good reason to do this. But why Jorby, man? Surely as a company, you want to keep on to your best assets, and Jorby just was the best caster. He was even nominated for Play-by-Play Caster of the Year or something.
Touch gets kicked out of the way. Mateo's drops it down. Here comes Chicago. Stay on the floor. Here they come again. Atomic. Goal!
But I think the main resentment stems from dropping people like 2 weeks before the season starts, which is kind of fucked up. If you look at Corelli and Achievers' tweets, they're immediately looking for jobs, but because the season starts so soon, they just cannot do anything. So it's kind of unprofessional and insulting from Epic Games in my opinion. Making all regions play their qualifiers on the same day. Goodbye team streams and fuck anyone except for NA and EU. I don't even watch team streams or anything like that, but why would you make every single RLCS region play their qualifiers on the same day? Liquipedia staff and hardcore RL fans are just going to be working overtime, bless them. No new content. Wait. This one's my bad. I shouldn't have added this one. This Hot Wheels car is some fire content. I swear this isn't even new. They added this like 3 years ago. Like, I'm sure many others, like myself, are holding out for Rocket League 2, which I don't even know if it's fucking happening, is it? But apparently Epic would rather spend their time on this ass game. Alternating the actual only semi-fun extra mode, which is Drop Shot. Like, nobody plays extra modes, let's be honest, but the only one I can remember sitting down and actually enjoying a couple of games from time to time was Drop Shot. Rumble is just an absolute fuckfest, and I just get the shittest power-ups where everyone flies over me. Snow Day is just so boring. I would rather watch Freaky play Boomable in the RCS than play Snow Day. The only cool thing is the Blizzard Wizard tag, but is it worth losing your sanity over? Probably not. Hoops is Knockout Bash was alright for a day, and Heat Seeker is just for people who like to pretend they're good at the game. And apparently Drop Shot was Rocket League's take on volleyball when the whole community was asking for volleyball. It's been 8 years, just give us fucking volleyball. Letting major region players sign up for minor regions qualifiers. In upcoming RLCS qualifiers, we're getting players who can't make it in EU sign up for SSA RLCS, and despite the ping difference, they'll probably still wipe the floor. There's literally no reason for Epic to allow this to happen, and it's probably demoralizing for the bubble teams of the smallest regions. But you know, $300 is $300, so I'll see you soon, SSA. Everything, practically everything. So after the RSS 2024 announcement, I asked you guys on YouTube and Twitter what things Epic had done to piss you off, and most of the responses were complaints about a lack of communication, lack of content, microtransactions, and of course the new RCS season. And then there was this guy who was Epic's biggest hater, which I completely respect. In terms of the new RCS season, I think people may have overreacted a little bit. I'd say give the season a chance, see what happens, and if it's shit, we can complain and then be all French about it. Like Riot recently cut like 530 jobs or something. Like, it's not just Epic. But in terms of Rocket League as a game, that is definitely being neglected. It seems like whenever a new update comes out, at best, we will get a new map, and even then it's 50-50 as to whether it will fucking burn your eyes off. At worst, we'll get a simple bug that somehow the developers have overlooked, making updates look rushed and they don't care, and a clear DLC money-making scheme where they see people who play Rocket League not as players but as customers. And Epic understandably will focus more on Fortnite, that makes more money. If you're going to neglect Rocket League in the meantime, expect people to be pissed off. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments and anything I may have missed, and remember to subscribe because
I like money.